Well, hello there, beloveds. Thank you so much for tuning into the Nicholini Creativity Channel. These are Nicholini's dual diagnosis dolls. And this is to introduce a new series I'm going to be filming, putting together called Nicholini's, Dilly Dallying with Nicholini's dual diagnosis dolls. So, where this idea came from is that, let me just introduce myself first here, that Dea Niccolini is my stage name. Dea meaning goddess in Latin, Italian, and Spanish, I believe. And Niccolini is a very fond nickname that my grandfather gave me as a kid growing up. So, and then my name's Nicole. So it all just kind of worked together. And with my belief in female empowerment and things like that. So I am a singer-songwriter. Did I say that already? Like 3 times? Maybe. And I write my own lyrics. I play the keyboards, and I grew up playing with dolls, and that was really what got me connected to my creativity, was setting up all these elaborate different scenes and sets and homes. And I could make, stables and have my horses run, and the carpet was the dirt. And then these wonderful characters that my dolls would play, and these crazy dating escapades and family escapades and personal thing, all these things that my dolls would deal with. And it was my haven, my heaven. It was my Zen zone. It was my connection to what I feel my purpose and calling is on this planet, which is to express my creativity in order that it would inspire others and help others. So what was happening was I was finding that, I'd finished a lot of songs, and I was finally ready really to put my stuff online and share it with people. And something kept stopping me. There was always something, and that's a sign that for me, that fear is controlling my life. And it is an aspect of my mental health issues too, because it definitely bordered on paranoia at times. But it was just this horrible anxiety. And there's always something, I would want to make a video of me playing one of my songs. Oh, but I don't have my makeup on. I'm in my pajamas, especially with chronic illness. That's the case a lot of times, that we're in our PJs and our makeup's not on, and when I perform on stage, you're in full makeup and sequins and all that. So I thought, I don't want people to see me like that, so I wouldn't do it. Once again, my creativity thwarted, and fear was running the game. And then when it came to, I realized another piece of that block was that I really want to just have candid conversations and just basic sharing about what it's been like to live with chronic illness, addiction recovery, and chronic illness in terms of mentally as well as physically. And then what would happen was, I would be in bed for days, sometimes weeks, and occasionally months. And it was kind of my own personal hell in a way, of isolation and loneliness and helplessness and shame and powerlessness. And I knew I had that light in me that always tries to talk to me, that said, you can make something creative out of this and reach out, and people need to hear your hope. You need to share that you're going through this. And the bottom line is, I'm not going to give up no matter what. That's always my bottom line. And then how are you not giving up? It can be the simplest thing sometimes. And being able to share that angst with someone else, and then saying, all right, man, this is how I'm not giving up. How are you doing it? And I'd want to make that video, but then I'd say, oh, once again, no makeup, no contacts, in my pajamas, don't want to be seen this way. So I'm just not going to do it. So I remained shut down. My other reasoning was that, I don't have enough technological know-how. And that's such BS, because it doesn't matter. I'm a big believer that ultimately content trumps form. And of course, beautiful presentations are wonderful and important, but I don't have the skills to do that right now. And if I wait for that, I may never share my gifts. more elaborate and sophisticated videos will and sets, little chairs for my dolls and couches and all sorts of cute things I have envisioned for my dolls. That will come. If that's meant to be, and that will come. But you've got to start somewhere. And I finally decided this is it. This is the day that my fear stops controlling me and my creativity. Part of what stopped me as well was I have friends that are, very accomplished in audio and video engineering and graphic design. And I thought, let me look at this. I'm him holding a camera of one shot. I mean, that's not going to work. So that I was going to shut that idea down too. And I finally said, no, you are going to start with what you have, and that will be good enough. And what matters is helping people with your experience, strength, and hopes. So we start here. Because I didn't want to be exposed, at least not yet anyways, sharing my personal stuff, I realized that the same dolls that were like my joy growing up, that they could help me as an adult in sharing my experience and sharing, my issues with mental illness and how I've gotten through it and all the ways I want to share with you. So my biggest concern is that people with chronic illness, I've noticed that we lose our value, we lose our worth, and because we're not creating, and illness can prevent many barriers to creating. Sometimes you're too tired to write a song. So let's ask questions like, do we bring the keyboard in bed? Do we bring the computer in bed? Can we write a few lines and then take a nap? I mean, there's so many things we can do. I know we feel so limited by what we can't do often. But like one of my fellow recovering friends says, what can you do? So that's my goal, is to focus on what we can do and generate ideas for anybody dealing with these issues that I've mentioned and beyond. And then specifically, this is geared towards creativity and how we can create no matter what we're dealing with. But, really, I just want to help people. So there's my story, and I'm not going to let anyone stop me. So yeah, here he is. Look at that. He's the smoking unicorn. He's so cool. Please don't judge him for smoking. He really wants to quit. He's trying to quit. And I think he'll probably be my next video. So now you've got my intro. Welcome. We welcome you. And thank you for listening. I hope that you enjoy the series as much as I'm enjoying already doing it. So namaste. Bless you.